one John Deere and another John Deere skid loader over there. And the way you can tell if the park brake works or not is you put the machine on a grade, and if the park brake don't hold, or if it rolls back, then it don't hold. So that was my dumb fault to begin with. Like I said, I should have told Hartville Hardware that it needed a new switch, but I failed to. Lesson learned. So yeah. So for now, like when I come to a stop, we'll just turn the wheel and everything will be good. I'd laid a pair of gloves in here to dry out the other day. Yep, and there they are. I wouldn't necessarily say they're dry from washing the trailer, but they're better than what they were. Actually, I'll look on Amazon, see if they have these True Fit gloves, because these things are insulated and I love them. I really, really do love them. Yeah, I love these gloves, but you know, for some instances or some things, you just got to use the bare hand, like for this video camera that I'm using, this GoPro Hero 7 Black, for those of you that are curious of what video equipment I use, and just stuff like that. I was given these gloves actually because somebody had seen my tattered, wore out gloves that I wear, and they were like, nah, not on my time, you're not getting cold hands. So he was kind enough and gracious enough to give me a pair of these True Fit gloves, and I love them ever since. Yeah, you can't go wrong with these. These are just an awesome glove. Let the little loader just sit here and warm up, so we can start putting in bales of corn fodder, top barn and bottom barn. Then we can start washing on that 7200 that came home yesterday from Ag Pro. I don't know why too, but I find that this helps warm the cold oil up. When it's cold, and just do this about, I don't know, 10 times or so. So what was done on this 7200 was it went to Ag Pro to have the hydraulics worked on again, because whenever you had, was it bottom middle or bottom top set plugged in, I know it was the bottom set for a fact, because that's the lever that's closest to the seat. When you would have, you know, like that batwing mower I had hooked up, so it would have been the left wing or right wing, left wing, yeah, left wing, because it'd be everything's from sitting in the cab. It would drift down when the lever was in neutral, so my stipulation or suspicion is the little balls inside of here, you take this cover off, this plastic cover, there's little balls in here. My thing is the little balls probably went bad, because I remember we replaced these once before and it went back for warranty work again. Not because we replaced them, but because I think it was when it was still Cope Farm. They were did the work. I don't know, I can't remember, but somehow there's little balls in here that had to be replaced, and they were leaking. So we went ahead, took it down there because it was just getting aggravating. You know, not being able to keep anything held up with that remote. I'm pretty sure it was bottom and bottom middle or bottom top. I don't remember. I know it was the two, because you'd only be down to one remote then that would actually be worth doing anything with. So that is why it went to Ag Pro, was for warranty work for hydraulics again. We're supposed to wash this tractor, get it all nice and clean. When it gets a little bit more daylight out, it is just ever so dark out right now. It's just slowly starting to get daylight again. It's been a good tractor. I haven't really. The one thing that I wish was for the sprayer was, so when you're going through the field and you come to, say, a rough spot in the field, having this tractor narrowed up, fronts, backs and fronts, both, it sucks. Because it's so darn top heavy. It's just, it's top heavy. Because, you know, your center of gravity changes, and it rocks the whole machine, and it sucks. But, you know, nothing we can do. It needs to be set up for the sprayer for 30-inch rows for corn, and that is what it is. Actually, I'll get a tape and we'll go from tread, middle of tire to middle of tire. That'll tell me what it's set up to. So it's set up for 61 inches. My tape decided to move. So why we needed 61 inches, I don't recall. So 61 inches, what was it? Would that be 44 inches there? So somehow we had to get to 30 inches. That's all I know. For those of you guys that do flip your tires around, move them, slide them in and out, there's an adjuster here and an adjuster here that you move in with a, I think it's like a, oh, and an adjuster there that you undo, and you can slide the tire in or out on the shaft, the axle shaft, and you can get your row width or whatever you want that way. Having these tires pushed in just makes a god-awful mess on the sides of the cab, because of the way the trajectory of all the mud and stuff just flies up and just plasters that cab. Might have to see if I can bolt something here, maybe here, like a mud flap or something, you know, maybe only come out down to like there, just to kind of keep the thing a little bit cleaner. But with the front rims, you can switch these dishes around. You can, if memory serves me correct, you can take that tire and put it over here, and it'll widen it back out, and then you can take the tire that's over here, put it back over there, and it'll narrow it back up. It don't make any sense to me, but that's how you can narrow the thing up. So yeah, I was kind of involved with that, with this, but it's been years since I've helped. It's one of these things where if you don't do it all the time, you forget how to do it. Now the 6120, that it don't feel as tippy. We pushed the tires in on that, just the back ones for planting corn, and it don't feel near as tippy as this thing does. But oh well, they're two different birds, so you can't compare an apple to a banana. I know, go on and tell me that that heater back there was running. Yes, it was running. And it's not going to be shut off because one, the fuel gauge don't work on it. It just quit. And it is not, and it's about out of fuel. So yeah, but it's a good little heater. Other than they should have redone that fuel thing down there. I covered it in a video last winter. I don't need to cover it again. Turn this heater off because we don't need to be burning diesel fuel for no apparent reason. The combine is still in here. It's been 1 week now since we blew it off, cleaned it up, and we're just waiting to get cut up with stuff to wash it. The trailer was enough. I honestly don't want to tackle this thing. We'll let that for somebody else. You're right. So before I even get started washing on that 7200, I'm going to mix up some soap here. And the way that you're supposed to go about doing this is enough soap, because this stuff is expensive, and that's all the more you're supposed to put in it for mixing soap, and then you just finish it off with water. I mean, honestly, that's all the more soap you need for doing a task like this. Then you just kind of prop the little guy up there. Turn your water on ever so slow so you don't get a bath. Maybe. Like that. And then so I'll bring you guys back when I get started washing. Come on. You guys don't really want to see me wash this thing, do you? I didn't think so, to be honest. I mean, everybody washes a farm tractor. I will bring it back though when it's spotless clean. So these things are not that well designed. And I don't really care for, you know, the way that this is with having the fuel thing on the ground like it is, because it just makes such a mess. Like as you've seen there, there's really no good way of filling this thing. Thing is the worst stupid thing to put fuel in. You make more of a mess than you do anything good with it. Dad showed up and he's like, "You're gonna get sick, boy, doing that with no coat on or anything. Let me wash for a while." I'm like, okay, there ain't no arguing with you. So we get some floor dry, clean this up, and then we'll go fuel these diesel jugs back up again, so we're ready for next time. If anybody has this kind of heater that you fuel up on the ground, let in the comment section below how you guys go about fueling these things up without making a mess. I'd greatly appreciate some help from you guys. I really would, because this is just aggravating making a mess all the time. Shouldn't be like this. What the heck? Man, you guys are just awfully dirty today. What the heck is going on here? But let's go ahead and organize this bed here real quick. Buckets, stack them up here. I used to have a tarp strap that went around the buckets, but it came up missing. Not very happy about that, but oh well, such is life. We just go get another one and we'll think of something, because I can't have them buckets falling all over the cab or the bed and stuff like that, making a mess out of my bed. Like when I want to haul other stuff, I can't, because I got buckets strung all over the place. But it is what it is. I looked at Walmart last night for a couple more of these diesel fuel jugs, and then the real goofy ones. They're not even, you know, the ones like these that have the spouts that go down in them. The spouts are more like a duck bill. I mean, it's real weird how they are. So we got this thing all washed. Dad and I did it. He sprayed and I soaped, or he soaped and I rinsed, I mean. And we got it done. Do an oil change on it next week probably.